Hello and welcome back to Breaking the Syllabus, the show where we bring you fresh ideas, strategies, and stories from the world of education. And like always, we're going to keep it real. I'm your host, Tyler Powell. Today, we are very excited to have Nick MacArthur with us. Nick is, we'll come back to his introduction in a minute. So first, we're going to go into our single, home run, strikeout, and errors. So this week, we kind of finished up the RICE testing. So my single for this week is, I've seen kids who have been more motivated when working on the project. Now, this project we do, it is one where they get to have their own chance of showing me what they learned during the whole school year in a project of making a board game. You would think, oh, that seems easy, but it's got to be math related. So then all of a sudden now they're like, oh, what am I going to do? My home run this week is my RICE scores are finally coming back, and we are proving something that we thought was possible that has data backing it up. So we proved the data that's already been out there. Oh, but now we go to the fun part, the strikeouts, where we got to be honest. One strikeout this week is a few students are not getting much done, and they think it's going to be a smooth sailing ship. So I'm trying to figure out how to get them motivated because end of the year, they don't want to do anything. They're just like, whatever, I'm sick of this. So there's one, and then my error. Where did I drop the ball this week? Oh, that's a tough one. Biggest error this week would be falling behind on my grades. I haven't put in Alex topics for a while, and those of us that have any idea about Alex, my students are probably happy I haven't, but those are my biggest errors. So now that that fun part of reflection is over, I am here with Nick. Nick, how's it going today? How's the end of school year treating you?
Good so far. Could get a little interesting here down the stretch.
Oh, what? So Nick is a PE teacher at our school. He's great. The kids love him. Some kids don't really like him. We'll talk about why that is later. But tell me about your teaching experience so far. What year you're in, where you did student teaching, all that good stuff.
So I am in my second year, and I did my first year was here, and I actually student taught here as well about 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. So I was going to say, I don't remember seeing you.
Before you got here, yep.
Before the school went downhill. All right. So there's a pretty big stigma around PE that's like, oh, they just sit there and do nothing. Kind of goes back to my whole coach-teacher thing. But what makes physical education difficult to teach in 2025? Because I know it's not easy. So what is your biggest difficulty in teaching physical education to students currently?
I think the biggest issue that I run into is there's an excuse for everything. Kids are able to typically go home and, oh, my leg hurts, mom write me a note, and they'll get the note. Where I feel like in the past we've been told tough it up a little bit. So we get a lot of excuses that way, and then there's always just I can't, I don't want to. I know kids are a little more bold these days than they used to be. And
they are more bold. So when students are coming back with notes regularly, how do you respond to that? So if you're going to give some teacher advice of a future PE teacher, it's like, hey, I want to go into this, and you're like, okay, what advice should you give them on the notes and the effort or the complete lack of wanting to do it? What advice would you give those new teachers coming in?
I would say, parent notes are fine for the first couple days, and then I require a doctor note. If it's making you miss more than 2 or 3 days in a row, you probably need to be going to a doctor anyway. And then then we can address that further. And then as far as effort and wanting to do it, just making everything tied to their grade, every single little thing. So from in our school, we're a little different now. A lot of schools don't do it anymore, but we still have uniforms. I give them points for dressing, points for stretching, points for their workout, and points for participation after the workout, so whatever game we're in. So if they decide that they're not going to do something, it affects their grade no matter what, and it hurts. And was really relaxed on that at the beginning when I first started, just because that's how I was taught, to kind of just be okay with that. And we've upped all of our points, so it hurts a lot more to lose points now.
Gotcha. So you said that we require school uniforms. So if there's an admin out there, talk to them. Why are you? Well, let me ask this first. Are you on the side of uniforms or no uniforms?
I'm very pro uniform.
All right. Convince me why. Because I grew up in high school, no uniforms. So we had girls and boys. We were wearing the cut-off shirts that the only thing hanging on is your seam down in the corner. I mean, we had wrestlers there, so who knows what they were going to wear. I was one of them. Like, how short of shorts can a boy wear to get rid of in the, what would that be? In the late 1990s. So it was a different era. We definitely don't dress like these kids do. But what's your argument for uniforms?
So I actually get asked this a ton by students. Like, why do we even dress? My biggest things are everyone is the same. It gets rid of any kind of, oh, you have better clothes than I do. It makes everyone the same going just at the very beginning. It makes it easier for me to manage when I'm looking out on the field and I see, okay, our uniform is a white shirt and blue shorts. I can see, okay, every white shirt and blue short is mine. If there's someone else out there, I know that they're not mine, so they're probably needing to be in another class or they're not even supposed to be at our school. So there's that aspect, and then there's the freedom of being able to move, right? Their uniforms are designed to make them comfortable to move. You can, you get to the high schools now. Our high schools near us don't wear uniforms. They can wear whatever they want. So you've got kids trying to do, a mountain climber or a butterfly stretch in a pair of cargo pants. It doesn't work. You don't get as much flexibility, not as much stretching. And yeah, I'm a big supporter of it.
So we've got keeping everybody the same, makes them easier to go. Now the question everybody wants to know, why is sport mode not okay in the Crocs?
Because they still fly off.
Oh.
Right, it's so dumb. Crocs are the bane of my existence.
He was not knowing that question was coming, so that was a wild card for him. But
yeah, they still fly off. I mean, shoes, you should be able to kick in soccer. Like, you should be able to kick a ball without
losing a shoe?
Yeah, without someone needing to duck. And with sports mode, just because it's sports mode doesn't mean it's sports approved.
My 4-year-old has learned that. He has a pair of off-brand Crocs that his grandma got him. Let me tell you, they don't stay on. They're like, oh, there's his shoe 20 feet back. Now I got to go pick that up and him. Hey guys, this conversation with Nick has been so fantastic. It went extra long. So instead of giving you guys a massive episode, we're going to break it up. So at the end of the day, it is not about being perfect. It's not about being matching or having the coolest clothes. It's about recognizing who you are in the classroom and how you're shaping the people who are sitting in front of you. Thank you so much for Nick for hanging out with me in this part. And if you nodded your head, rolled your eyes, or yelled, "That's me" at your car stereo, I want to hear from you. Come join the conversation on any social media. Find me at Breaking the Syllabus. Don't be afraid to reach out with an email if there's something you want to talk about. Again, you can email me at breakingthesyllabus@gmail.com. Don't forget to rate, follow, and share this episode with a teacher friend who needs to hear it. Thank you guys so much. Remember, go out there, change the world. Peace.